Hello world, Shelly here, and happy Vlogsmas for Saturday, December 14th. Where has this month gone? Christmas Eve is 10 days away. Today, not really a vlog, but I've got a semaglutide journey update for you. That is what we will do for today's Vlogsmas. As you know, I've been on semaglutide. That's just how I say it. If it's not correct, sorry, deal with it or click away. Nice to have met you. I say it that way, and that's just how I say it. I have two different doctors. They both say it two different ways. The internet says it a bunch of different ways. That's how it looks in my brain when I sound it out. So semaglutide, the compounded version of semaglutide, which is the medication that forms the basis of Ozempic, typically prescribed for diabetes, Wegovy, typically prescribed for weight loss, and my insurance does not cover it because I'm not sick enough. So I pay out of pocket for the compounded semaglutide, which I do now get prescribed from my physician, my general practitioner. I was previously getting it from Studio R Aesthetics in Charlottesville, Virginia. They are a med spa, and they only treat patients in Virginia. I had a fantastic experience with them, so bravo to Studio R. Thank you for putting me on this journey. I have been taking this, I'm in week 50 right now, so I'm a week and a half away from hitting the 1 year mark of starting, 2 weeks away. I started it right after Christmas last year. So I've started at 274 pounds. I have lost 59.6 pounds as of this morning. I'm less than half a pound away from 60 pounds down. I have not changed a lot of how I eat. I have increased my physical activity both through walking, and in the past month I've started doing basic body weight strength training. If you're curious what I eat in a day, I'm vegetarian, so it might not be applicable to you, but a few days ago I did a vlog on Tuesday of what I eat in a day, so check that out if you are interested. And my update today, I have a few things to talk about. Little update on the body dysmorphia situation, update on my jean sizing and how that makes me feel, and a really interesting update in my mindset of how this works, and a little update on the vitamins that I talked about in my last update. I have a semaglutide playlist in my channel. I will try to remember to link it down below. So yeah, almost 60 pounds down at this point. It is going wonderfully well. I have had no issues really since the last update that I did. I am still having those odd sensations of looking at a part of my body, like a limb, my legs especially, and feeling like they're not mine, feeling like they just look alien to me, which is a weird sort of out of body head experience. And I've had this before when I've lost good amounts of weight, and I think I'm handling it better than I did in the past. I think I let it freak me out in the past, and that kind of led me to almost want to gain the weight back so I didn't feel this discomfort. But I've talked to my doctor. I feel like I'm handling it better this time, and it helps that I kind of knew it was coming and then recognized it when it came. But it's still playing with my head a little bit. It's still like this. In my last update, I had mentioned that my legs, that's where it all starts, is I look at my legs and they don't look like they're mine. Since the last update, my arms have started not looking like they're mine. And that's because previously, when I had 60 excess pounds more than I have now, I was just round. I had round arms, round belly, round legs, round. And now I see a skeleton. I can tell that there's a skeleton in there. And so my arms now, I see a shoulder contour. I see where my biceps are. And it's an arm with excess flab instead of just being a round thing. And it's just strange. It's just strange. So it's still freaking me out a little bit, but I'm working on it. I'm talking to people, doing the work, and but that's still happening. This morning, I had an interesting little experience with my favorite jeans. So at 274 pounds, I'm 5'5" 3/4" height, inches, feet, inches, and at my heaviest, I was in a size 22 jeans. And most of my adult life, I've been between size 18 and 20. And now I'm a 16, 18, depending on the brand. Really, it depends on the rise of, I wear primarily jeans. And so the rise of the jeans on higher rise jeans, I'm still wearing an 18 because I wear all my weight I'm an apple shape. It's all in the upper belly. So I need more width around the circumference of that extra spare tire. If it's a mid to lower rise jean, I can wear a 16 because they are riding lower kind of under my spare tire, and it's a couple inches less of fluff to stuff in there. So this morning I went to put on my favorite pair of jeans, which are a size 20, but I've been wearing them with a belt and it's been fine. And they're way too big. They're just even with a belt, there's so much slack, I can't wear them anymore. And I was sad. And I remember the last time I lost 100 pounds, which was, 12, 13 years ago. When I started gaining weight back, it was almost a relief. Like, I was happy to fit into some of my favorite clothes again. And what a weird, again, it's just a weird sort of headspace to be in, where I had that thought of, oh, these are my favorite jeans though, but I want to wear them. No. Again, having gone through this before, I think I'm going to handle it better this time around. One of the things I'm probably going to do is very ritualistically say goodbye and donate my larger clothes. I usually keep them in the closet anticipating gaining all the weight back. That's how I've done it my whole life. And I think I need to let them go, both to no longer look at that favorite pair of jeans longingly and want to wear them, and to celebrate the progress, and to give me that little financial incentive that, like, all right, if you gain this weight back, you got to go out and buy all new clothes because you don't have anything bigger in your closet anymore. I don't know when I'm going to do that. I'm not there yet, but I think that is how I'm going to have to approach this time around, so that I don't self-sabotage just to wear my favorite jeans again. You know what I'm saying? What a weird... But I've struggled with weight my whole life, so this is all just normal to me. And we're going to change it this time. That's the plan. Now, on the positive side, this happened to me yesterday. So... I'm finishing up my Thanksgiving leftovers, right? And I make this peanut butter pie. Now, I made it with 0 sugar Cool Whip this year instead of the full sugar. But it's delicious. It's a no-bake peanut butter pie. It's my favorite thing. I've been making it every year for the holidays since I was 16 years old. It's just amazing. And yesterday, I was in Zoom meetings all day doing interviews for... the search committee that I'm on. We're hiring a new director in the School of Media Arts and Design at JMU. Applications are closed, but hopefully some of you saw my earlier videos and applied to be my boss. But so I was in interviews. It was a stressful day. It was just, I decided to have peanut butter pie for dinner. Very conscious decision. Trying to get rid of the leftovers, wanted peanut butter pie. Didn't want to eat dinner and peanut butter pie because that was just too much food. And, there's protein in peanut butter, right? So, and the caloric amount is about what I would normally eat for dinner, slice of pie, dinner. So I had a piece of pie for dinner. Don't do what I do. This is why me having a what I eat in a day just doesn't even make sense, because I'm not some role model or anything like that. It's just, anyway, had my peanut butter pie. Couldn't finish the slice of peanut butter pie, so I left, a hunk of it on the plate. And it sat next to me while I did the rest of my work, packing orders for my small business and yada, 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 yada. End of the night comes, I'm finally like chilling out, watching some YouTube on my computer, and the pie is sitting next to me. The chunk of pie on the plate is just sitting there on my desk. And I kept looking at it because I'm like, I love peanut butter pie. I should eat that. I love that pie. That pie is my favorite thing. I should eat that. I don't want to waste it. And I had a moment. And the moment was, wow, for the first time in my life, and I know that this is semaglutide doing this to my brain, for the first time in my life, there was a distinction between logically wanting something, the appreciation of a delicious flavor, and saying, yes, I like that flavor, that is desirable, and knowing I'm full and I don't want to eat it because I don't need to eat anything right now. I have never had that distinction ever in my life. And for my brain to do that, and I'm pretty sure that that's how normal brains work. My brain doesn't work that way without the help of this drug. It blew my mind, really. I sat there looking at this pie, and this went on for 2 hours, waiting for me to just eat the pie. And I didn't eat the pie. I didn't want to eat the pie. I logically appreciated that the pie is delicious. And I logically appreciated that I love that kind of pie. But there was no desire to eat it because I wasn't hungry. And I had already eaten what I was going to eat. And I was done. I've never had that happen before. Before semaglutide, my brain did not work that way. And I'm so glad because I see where all the extra calories come from. All the times when my brain says, you love the pie, eat the pie, and I'd eat the pie. My brain's not messing with me anymore. My brain is doing it right. And it feels like magic. It feels incredible. I don't know what else to say. It's just blew my mind. Anyway, I didn't eat the pie. I threw it away. It wasn't that wasteful. It's fine. Everything's fine. So that was awesome. I really was glad to have that moment. I don't want this brain to ever go back to the way it was before. The food noise is gone and my brain is working correctly and I love it. I have so much more free space in my brain to think and to do other things and to focus on what I should be focusing on. I don't want my old brain back. This medication is amazing. It works so well for me. I don't want my old brain back. Quick updates from last time. I had told you all that I had a bout with nausea for a while because I had changed up one of my vitamins. And it was a folate vitamin, a methylfolate vitamin. And it also had B12, which I take B12 every day because I'm vegetarian and our soils are so terrible that there are no more good minerals in there to get my B12 from vegetables. Anyway, so I was like, well, I need B12 anyway, and this folate has it, whatever. Taking the vitamin was nauseous, and it took me a couple weeks to figure out that that's what was causing it, but it was, because when I stopped taking it, I stopped being nauseous. One of you in the comments mentioned that it may be the kind of B12 and not the folate that was making me nauseous. The folate was the new thing to me, so I figured that was it. But I had forgotten that B12 comes in a variety of formulations. And the methyl version, years ago, I vaguely remember having tried it because it was touted to be better than the non-methyl versions. And it didn't agree with me back then. But I only vaguely remember that. So when I got this comment, I was like, oh, let me check. because the B12 that I've been taking for decades, like literally 21 years now, 22 years, is not a methyl B12, and this one was. And so then I was reading up on the methyl B12s, and one of the things they say is that you should not take the methyl version if you are on any kind of medication that affects the levels of acid in your stomach and a couple other things. So that's like Zantac and Prilosec and those medications. I'm not on any of those, but I do know that my gastric process is modified by this drug, by the semaglutide. So I thought, oh, it might have been the B12 messing me up and not the folate. So I'm still not gonna, I went back to my old vitamin. We're just gonna do the old thing, stick with what works, because nausea sucks and I don't like it and I don't want to be nauseous. But thank you for that little tidbit, because it opened my eyes to a whole different angle on this, and I'm pretty sure it was the B12 that was messing me up, because I remember years ago trying a different B12 and it messed me up too. So yeah, there you have it. That is my semaglutide progress update. Almost a year. Couple weeks, it'll be 1 year on semaglutide. I'll probably do a 1 year like celebration video after Christmas sometime, but don't worry, I'm not done yet. I'm only about halfway there. I still got lots of weight to lose, 30, 40 more pounds. I don't know. We'll see where we end up. As always, thanks a lot for taking some time out of your day to geek out over my weight loss update today. Yeah, if you want to see what I eat in a day, go back and check. Let's see, it was December 10th's Vlogsmas. And yeah, thanks a lot for hanging out with me. As always, I appreciate your time, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.